This time around on Jill of All Trades, I'm going to show you how to do an easy make-ahead breakfast. This is great for the holidays. It's great when you have guests in the house. It is a staple in our house on Christmas morning. We call it Cowboy Casserole. I've got the recipe here, and I will put it on the website, the recipe as is, and also I'll put in the variations that I do. One little pro tip here, I always keep my recipes in a clear plastic folder so that when I have them on the counter and things get slopped around, as they invariably do, the recipe stays clean and in good shape. To do this, you're going to need 6 eggs, 2 cups of milk, a pound of sausage, browned and crumbled, a pound of bacon or so, cooked and chopped up, about a potato's worth of chopped potato, a couple cups of breadcrumbs, a cup and a half of cheese, some onion, I use green onion, some pepper, I use red pepper, and some salt and pepper. We're gonna need a large mixing bowl, and we're starting with our 6 eggs. I'm just gonna crack them in. Mix them or whisk them all together. Looks pretty good. Now we add our 2 cups of milk. And I'm gonna stir that all together. Okay, from that point, everything's pretty much a free-for-all. You just take the rest of your ingredients and dump them in. That's our sausage and our bacon. For the potatoes, you can peel a potato and chop it. I just use hash browns. It's so much easier. The recipe calls for 6 slices of French bread. I did not use French bread, but I did use 3 different kinds of gluten-free bread because we try to keep it gluten-free in our house. It calls for a cup of cheese. I went a little heavy on the cheese because who doesn't love cheese? It calls for a chopped onion. I use green onion because I want it to be a little milder. So just an entire bunch of green onions there. And it calls for a bell pepper, but I find that that's kind of a lot, so I just used like 1 section of a red pepper. There we go. With that in, we just need a little bit of salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of each. You know I'm a pinch and dash cook. And about a teaspoon of salt. Or so. All right, so that's everything. Now we just have to mix it together. It takes a little minute to get everything mixed together. All right, once it's mixed, we're gonna put it in a 13 by 9 pan. It's supposed to be greased. You could butter it if you want. I'm just going to use a little cooking spray. And we're just going to dump it in. This is a make-ahead dish, so you have to let it sit now in the fridge for at least 4 hours. I just make it the night before and cover it up and put it in the refrigerator. If you don't have a cover, you can just use foil. All right, here we go. It's ready to go in the oven. We're going to do about 45 minutes at 350 degrees. All right, it's ready. Look at that. That is beautiful. All right, that's got to sit for about 10 minutes or so before we can cut it. Okay, we've let our casserole sit for at least 10 minutes. It's still warm. We're going to cut into it and taste. That's exactly how it should be. It should cut like a cake. Let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh, that is so good. And so easy, and the fact that you can make it ahead of time makes it great for the holidays. So there you have it, an easy make-ahead breakfast casserole on Jill of All Trades.